there's a really weird thing with burnout where, we consider it happening at work, and somehow it's the person's individual responsibility to take care of it. Oh, you need to do self-care. Really? Maybe you need to set up your workplace so that I don't get burned out.
Yes.
It's this really weird, like, kind of work, not work, business, personal, not sure.
The other thing that surprises me, and it kind of goes back to the manager who expected the employee to respond on Sundays, or maybe they didn't. Ariana Huffington has a phrase called "no more brilliant jerks." There are managers, and I'm aware of them from different friends and family members who've had them, and myself, where people are screaming at their employees. I'm like, hello? And I read the best comeback line, and I forgot where I read it a few weeks ago. And I was reading a story, and this woman's retort was, "You cannot scream at me. You are not my father. You have not earned that right. You might be angry at something I did, but there's no screaming." But talk about pushing back and setting a boundary.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person just needs to be like made aware of have you ever heard of emotional intelligence? Like, why are you screaming at people? Because you've gotten away with it. It's not okay to scream at employees ever.
Yeah.
Unless they've punched you in the stomach or something. I just can't imagine why.
Again, a two-way street, right?
And then there's one other situation I remember. I did a workshop at a software company, oddly, an HR software company in downtown San Francisco a few years ago. And there was a big gym, a big nationwide gym that had a beautiful facility on the street corner. And I happen to know that Zumba instructor who teaches at lunchtime. And I said to the guy, "Why aren't you getting exercise? You can go downstairs. You don't even have to go anywhere. It's right downstairs, and do noontime fitness classes." He said, "We have this unwritten rule here that no one leaves for lunch. People run out and buy their lunch and bring it back." I'm like, what?
Yeah. You know what that's called? That's called eating al desco.
Yeah. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Right. So if that's the expectation, are you shocked that somebody's burned out? And is that the person's fault for burning out? No,
Yeah.
You need to give them a lunch break and give them a break. Like, whether they get lunch or not, they have a break.
So how do you help a group of employees band together? Do they sign a petition and say, "We're not taking this anymore? This is ridiculous"? How do you know? It's just shocking to me that a company would, in this day and age, with all the literature out there about caring for your employees, would still abuse them. It's abuse, in my opinion.